Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another voiceover while drawing Jeongin from StrayKids. This is only my third one, but I really like doing voiceovers, so I'm going to keep doing them. I think the next two videos after this one is going to be voiceovered as well. I don't have a topic for this video, so I'm just going to be pretty much talking about the drawing and anything else that comes to mind. Usually my sketches are already done before I start drawing, before I start recording, but this time I just decided to finish it on camera. Sketching usually takes me a really long time to do and a lot of back and forth. I can rarely finish a sketch and color it right afterwards, because I always have to go back and change and flip the canvas a lot. Or if I take a break from it and come back, I'll see changes that I want to make. So usually I'll do the sketch beforehand and then come back to it and look at it and make sure it's the way I want it to be before I start coloring it in. I didn't really have time to do that this time, so I assumed it was going to be okay. I ended up liquefying this one a lot after I finished this video. You'll see at the end, I'll put a picture up, but it looks pretty different than how it did at the end of the drawing. I really struggled with this one a lot because to me, it doesn't really look like him much at all. Someone said that it kind of looks like it could be his older brother, and I agree with that. I don't know, I feel like I couldn't get it to look as much like him as I wanted to. And I thought about adding like his dimples, but it wasn't enough space for it to show, like the bear kind of covers it up. And also his smile lines, because he has pretty prominent smile lines, but whenever I added them in, they just looked like face wrinkles. I couldn't get it to look like smile lines, so I ended up taking that off, which really would have helped, it looked like him. But in my art style, I didn't feel like it looked good. I really like how this one turned out. It still came out really cute. I just hope the next time I draw him, I can get it to look more like him, just get a better resemblance in general. I never really cared much about capturing likeness when it came to digital art until I started drawing StrayKids, because usually when I'm doing digital art, I just have the reference just for the pose and I end up changing it into someone else anyway, so it never really mattered if it looked like the drawing at all. But doing fan art of StrayKids is like you want to be able to tell who it is, so I've been kind of more worried about that. When I'm doing oil paintings, I focus a lot on capturing the likeness, but it's like my brain processes oil painting differently because it's a different medium, I guess, and I feel like I can be a lot more loose with digital art, which is why I never really focus on getting resemblance. But drawing StrayKids fan art, I wanted to look like them as much as possible. Doing these fan arts have been a lot more fun for me lately. It's like I'm taking a break from the usual digital art that I do. I don't focus on having crisp line art. I just go right in after the sketch, and I can make changes here and there as I go, but for the most part just copy exactly from the picture, which is like a lot less stress of trying to come up with things to add myself. If I want to add like cute floating hearts or stars in the background, I can. Or if I want to change the background color, but there's no pressure in trying to make something unique. I'll just be scrolling on Instagram or Pinterest, and I could just see a picture of them that I like, and it just be like, oh, okay, I want to draw that, and then I can just draw it. I don't have to figure out, oh, but what should I change their outfit to, or what should I put in the background. It's just really simple. Just, find a picture you like and draw it. And these usually don't take too long. I would say at most they take about 2 hours to record after I have the sketch done already. With other drawings, what that has, the ones that have like line art and changing the backgrounds and the outfits and stuff, lately they've been taking more, like up to 4 hours to just record the lining and the coloring of it. I'm actually going to be recording a Felix fan art video later on today, but that one probably isn't going to be up until I would say probably like a month from now. I'm recording this voiceover like a week before this video goes up, so like a month from when this video goes up, the Felix video will be going up if I keep the videos in order the way I have them. I like to record like a month in advance, so I have a few videos ahead of that one. This hand looks so bad. I usually struggle with hands, which is why I try to avoid them most of the time. Even at the beginning of the video when I was doing the sketch, instead of working on the hand at the bottom, I just zoomed it in and cropped it out as much as I could so I wouldn't have to draw that one out. But this one I couldn't avoid drawing, so I did my best. And it just looks his hand looks very swollen. Like it's very plump, like it like smashed in a door or something. It just looks very round, just kind of swollen. But it's like I didn't really notice while I was doing it. I noticed it afterwards. And afterwards I'm not fixing it, so it just is what it is. And also lately I kind of went back to adding random spots of blue in my drawings. I used to do it a lot, like back in like September, I would just say in the summertime of last year. I used to just do a lot of random spots of blue in like the shadow areas. And I started doing that again a lot more recently. I like the way it looks. I don't know why I stopped doing it or why I started doing it again. I think I started doing it again around when I was working on the Jeongin fan art, because it had all those random colors in his skin tone. I really liked the way it looked, so I started doing it again. I really need practice drawing and rendering clothes. It's so hard for me to do, and I just end up putting random lines in places and random shadows that doesn't fit. And that's because I don't want to practice doing it, because I don't want to fail at doing it, so I just rather avoid it. But lately it's like I have to practice doing the things that I don't like, because my art's only going to get better if I can I guess put more time into different skill sets. But yeah, doing clothes is really hard, especially if it has to be from memory. If I'm not going off a reference picture and I have to change the outfit myself, I really struggle with clothing folds and where it sticks and bunches up. So lately I've been trying to force myself to do more challenging outfits, because at first I wasn't even going to do the design on his hoodie, well, on his sweatshirt. Was it a sweater? On his sweater. So I was just going to leave it just plain and blank, but it didn't look good that way, so I decided to do the design. And it turned out really well, even though it wasn't exactly like the photo. I really liked the way that it looked, and I didn't spend too much time on it or worried about putting everything in the exact spot. As long as it had the pattern, well, some type of pattern on there, I was happy with it. In the next couple of weeks, I do have a video going up of me doing a few clothing studies. I think me doing the studies on camera will give me more motivation to do them. Because a lot of times it's me telling myself I don't have time to practice or do different studies because I have YouTube videos to film or commissions to do. I feel like I'm wasting time by just sitting and doing studies. So if I record them, it gives me a reason to do them. I really like how this bear came out. I changed a little bit from the reference photo. But at first, I almost didn't do this drawing because of the bear. I was a little worried about the fur and how it would turn out, so I almost just avoided the picture altogether because I didn't know if it was going to look good in the end. I decided to just do it and just try it anyway. And I'm really happy I did because it came out really good. I think it looks better than everything else in the drawing. I wish I added more highlights in the fur though, because on the reference it's really, really bright on the top of his head, and I didn't brighten it up as much because I didn't want it to be too distracting, or I didn't want it to look off. So I only did like minimal highlights. I was thinking if I did it again, I would definitely add bigger and brighter ones. Yeah, I really don't have anything to talk about in this video, but I did want to do a voiceover. I like doing voiceovers. It just takes getting used to. Like, it's hard speaking, knowing that other people are going to be listening to this. And it's like, I don't normally speak this slow in real life, but since I'm overanalyzing everything I'm saying, it just comes out really slow. Getting used to listening to myself speak is also been kind of difficult. It's like I just hate listening to my own voice. And I know a lot of other people are like that too. But it's funny because in my head, my voice is a lot deeper than it actually is when I listen back to it. It's like it doesn't even feel like it sounds like me. But, obviously it is. But it just takes getting used to. And it's like after I do the voiceover, I try to edit the video as little as possible so I don't have to listen to my voice over and over and over again. I say over time, I know it's going to get better, it's going to get easier, and I'll be able to speak more fluidly. But like I said, it's only my third one, and the next couple is going to be voiceover as well. I think the next video is a Simeon video from Obey Me for Valentine's Day, and I'll be talking about that drawing, and also some future plans for different comics I'm going to be making. I already have the video recorded and edited. I just need to do the voiceover for it still, so I'll be doing that within the next couple days, or maybe in a week or so. This is pretty much it for this drawing. At the end, when I put the photos up, you'll be able to see the changes I decided to make after liquefying it a little bit. I think it looks a lot better than before. And also, if you have any topics you want me to talk about in a video, leave them in the comments. I need suggestions. I don't really know what to talk about, and I don't want to ramble on like I did in this video. It'd be better if I had like a topic to talk about. So just let me know, and thank you for watching. Bye.